Good morning, Taurus. Welcome back, my beautiful soulmates, and cheers to you. Just having my coffee this morning. I did a little bit of meditating on your energy this morning to see what I could get from a collective soul for my Taurus soulmates. And I got an image of a woman standing in her home, looking out a window and watching life pass her by. So I don't know if that means something for you, if that resonates at home. The energy of that I was able to feel and interpret was saying something like, always looking for the answers outside. And I feel like she's wanting to feel safe and secure in her home. So she's kind of afraid to go outside. And anyway, hope that resonates. So today I'm going to be doing what we call a heaven and earth spread, where I'm going to be taking a look at your energy where you are now, and then I'm going to put some energy about what your soul wants and what your soul's desires are, and then we'll pull some cards to see what the pathway looks like to get there. So let's go ahead and ask holy angels, spirits, and guides, what do my beautiful Taurus soulmates need to know? Where are they right now? Let's talk about where they are. What's this window about? Thank you very much. What is this window about? They're flying this morning. A couple more cards. Holy angels, spirits, and guides. Come on in and give us some guidance about Taurus soulmates. How can I help Taurus on their soulful journey? What else do I need to know about where they are? What are they looking? Why are they staying in their house? What is it they're looking out? What are they looking outside for? Looking out into the external environment. Okay, looks like we're going to get 3 cards, and that might be there we go. Got a couple more. All right, and let's take a look at what is it that the Taurus soulmates desire right now. Tell us about what does the Taurus soulmates desire. What's going on with Taurus and their soul and their soulful journey? What else is going on? See, we're all on a journey here. Our soul is learning and growing, and we're all having different experiences at different times. So there's no judgment around what's going on in your life. Your soul needed to have a physical body in order to come into a physical realm, to have some physical experiences so that it could learn to, learn and grow and become a vessel of love and light. And there's a lot of lessons that's part of that journey. And the tarot is a great tool to reveal where you're at, what you're struggling with. And that's what I'm here for, is to help you kind of bring to your awareness, because cards are just energy. Let's ask, what is the pathway between heaven and earth? What is the pathway for Taurus soulmates to be able to move into their soul desires? What's the pathway? What's the advice? Ooh, that one definitely wanted to come out. What is the pathway for Taurus to be able to move from where they are to be able to listen and fulfill their soul's desires? What is their soul wanting to do while it's here? What's the soul work that needs to be done? There we go. Ooh, that's a lot. So we'll go ahead and take all of these. Let's see. All right, Taurus, let's dig on in and let's see what's going on here. All right. So it looks to me, so you're starting out with feeling and being really abundant. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is about a karmic completion. This has been, it's destiny. Where you are right now in the earthly realm, the amount of abundance that you have, the experiences that you've had in your life, this has all been on purpose, and life has been very, very good to you. Taurans are all about what I have. And so, obviously you've been given a lot, and probably because you did need to feel safe and secure, like that woman that's kind of staying in her house. Now, the teacher is showing up, which is the King of Swords. This is someone that is really direct, really clear, really firm in their way that they're directing. They know, they're very analytical. Words can be very cutting, but this is the teacher card. So there may be something where you're in the energy of wanting to to direct a pathway forward, or potentially involving something where you're going to be a mentor or a teacher, or potentially, could be a student on the other side of that as well. Maybe wanting to learn something new, but education, knowledge, wisdom has been a big part of your path. And you've been very abundantly blessed with a lot of wisdom. Temperance is showing up though, and it's showing up in the reverse, saying that you're kind of out of balance, Taurus. So this angel has got 2 cups, and they've got 1 foot in the spiritual world and 1 foot on the earthly realm. So you're kind of got 1 foot in heaven and 1 foot on earth. But here's the thing. That's what you're trying to achieve, is that balance, that work-life balance. And part of what Temperance card is about for the soul is to heal. The soul came here to do healing, to the human experience is really painful. Being in the earthly realm, we learn really quickly about pain, and that, pay attention inside now. That does not feel good. So we're showing that you're a bit out of balance. There's some healing that needs to happen still in your soul work. We've got the King of Cups showing up, but the King of Cups showed up in reverse. So King of Cups energy is all about unconditional love, but in the reverse, it can mean that you're struggling to be open and unconditionally loving. It can be that you're closed off. It can be that, the opposite of being conditionally loving can mean that you could maybe lack emotion, that you're too logical, or it can be that you potentially are in some sort of an abusive environment where you're feeling like you need to shut off the flow of love, and so it's not being in that energy of love for some reason. Now you got the Star card, but the Star card was turned upside down as well. So the Star cards again is another card that has to do with healing. So you've got both of the Temperance and the Star card, but both of them were turned in the reverse, meaning that you're still in that healing mode. You still don't quite know your soul's purpose, and your soul is saying, hey, you need to listen. What we need to do, Team Taurus, is we need to sit down. There's 2 parts of you. There's the human and the soul. We need to unite, and we need to listen. The human part of you is really needing to listen to the soul, and what the soul's message is, what the soul's desires are, what the soul wants, where the healing needs to happen, what pain hasn't been healed from your soulful journey. Now you also got the Hierophant card, but the Hierophant card is also in the upside down position, which is indicating that you're potentially avoiding commitments, avoiding wanting to conform with society. You're kind of doing your own thing. It's also the teaching and learning card. So again, it kind of talks about when I said the teacher, the student, with the King of Swords. Again, there's a lot of learning going on here. The Hierophant is often about the boundaries that we need to set to conform with society, to be able to, so that society can unify and get along and we can come together. But when we're not wanting, when we don't have boundaries, really is what I want to say, or when we're shutting ourselves off from our pathway to the light, then we can really be an issue. So for some reason you're avoiding commitment. I don't know if you're in a relationship where you're not wanting to have commitment. Maybe you're on part of your journey is you're turning away from the light right now. Maybe it's where it's more all about you instead of about together with others. And just, I think you're just kind of resisting the soulful journey is kind of the energy that I am getting. Let's see where you want to be. Let's go ahead and take a look at what your soul has to say to you. Your soul is saying, hey, we have done a lot of work. We've got the 9 of Wands. We've done a lot of work, and we're almost there. Like, we're learning a lot, but we need to we're tired. And so it's that final push. 9s are about, almost having that fulfillment, but feeling like you want to give up. And this is just saying, hey, it's okay if you want to take a break, if you want to, and also it's going to require some patience. The soulful journey takes a lifetime. We're always learning lessons. So, the advice in the Wheel of Fortune came in, and it's reverse as well. And it's basically saying, hey, this is all destiny. It's all meant to happen. Your soul's on the right journey, but it's time for you to release control. And so sometimes we just have to learn to trust our soul, go with the flow. It's hard to trust when we've been hurt by the universe. But through this process, we knew as soulmates that we were going to get hurt. And what happens when we get hurt is we want to be defensive because our souls are tender. We've got this ooey gooey yummy part of us that we can't see on the inside. And when we come into the earthly realm and we get these bodies to help us get through this hard human experience, we tend to want to protect ourselves and kind of close off and be defensive and stand our ground, and sometimes that can come across as being aggressive. And so your soul's kind of you're being a little bit protective is what I'm seeing here, because you've put in so much hard work. And but releasing control is a big part of how you're going to get past this defensiveness. Like, because what you don't realize when you're being defensive, if you're pushing others away or fighting others because you feel like you're not okay, you're not safe, you're not secure, Taurus. If you're feeling that way, then the universe wants you to do is put that burden down. I get that you're feeling overextended and this is the final push. You haven't quite gone through that final push yet. This was in the reverse. We get that the soulful journey wasn't meant to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. We learn when we're uncomfortable and when we have to stretch and we have to go through these experiences that can be sometimes painful. So it's going to take some determination, is what I'm going to tell you. It's going to take some determination. You also got the card of loss, saying that what you've gone through, you've been in a good position where you've been really abundant and blessed, but recently you've gone through something where you've experienced loss. Now that can be loss in a job, it can be loss in a relationship, it can be loss financially, but there's this, you're trying to get through the energy of loss and grief and sadness and maybe even depression, right? And this guy on the card, he wants to give up. And what the reverse meaning is it's going to take some time for you to recover, and that's why you're probably waiting. In the Nine of Wands, your soul's like, yeah, this has been hard and we need to put the burden down, but what you're trying to do is overcome whatever this loss was from having abundance and then needing to go through the healing journey of learning about your own worth. So let's take a look at what some of the advice is saying. The advice of the pathway forward is the Fool, is to just jump, be free, let go, release, be spontaneous, accept that you're about to have a new beginning. That's what the Death card is all about. The Death card is that you're going through a transformation, you're going through a change, and there is an ending, and the ending comes with a new beginning. The Death card comes with the Fool card. So there's some really great things going on, and your soul is saying, get to the stage where you have a plan. Maybe you need to talk about what it is that that your soul wants to create at this point. Maybe you want to talk about what you need to do to get past this healing. Maybe you need to get it out there in the open. And heal often when we come together with others. This is the collaboration, harmony, teamwork. This is threes are all about expansion and growth, and can also be about creativity. So it might just be that either talking with others about what you've been through, getting the story out of you so that you get that pain out of you. It could also mean that you want to get creative and get in the energy of play and start playing with others. But we often need others to have that reflection of ourselves, and that's through the reflective process, that's when we can actually heal. The pathway forward also is some of the advice that the angels wanted me to tell you, or your spirit guides want me to tell you, is that it's about coming into completion and wholeness and integrating all that you've learned in your journey of how to embody your highest self and coming back into wholeness. And that is where really balancing the spirit world and the earthly realm at the same time, having one foot on the earth and also one in the water. That's where you're in perfect balance with your soul. The water element is it's about the emotions of love, which is the energy of the soul. And so being able to, and this is also about completion. So you will be reaching completion, coming back into wholeness. It's all part of the cycle of beginnings and endings. that's what the healing process is about, is to come back into wholeness. It takes being reflective. The hermit's all about going into solitude, silence, doing that reflection, looking over your life experiences, figuring out what those lessons of love are that you needed to learn in order to be able to forgive the entire human experience and come back into wholeness. And this is also saying that there's a bit of ego going on that you need to be aware of, that the soul the part of the pathway forward is for you to realize that healing is not about winning. Healing is, and that's probably what I'm going to call this, your soul work. Your healing is not about winning. It's about, really what's in the best interest of the greatest good. It's not, if you end up, in the journey making it all about you, wanting to cheat others in order to win. I don't know if that resonates with any of you out there, but, whenever we take from others, karmically, if we put ourselves out of balance. Which is why temperance is out of balance. And so if there's anything in your past where you felt like, it was all about you wanted to win, something bad happened in the past, somebody hurt you, there was some sort of loss, then it's time to get over it. It's time to get over it, and getting over it isn't winning. And the happiness isn't in winning, right? That we don't get to take, the energy of success. Trust me, when you win, it's a temporary energetic high, but that doesn't last when you've hurt someone else, because we see ourselves through others. And that's the whole golden rule, right? Is do unto others of you as you would have them do unto you. And so that it's very important that you realize defeat is never ever, whether you're feeling defeated because you're in the energy of loss, just recognize that it was all part of your journey, part of the wheel of fortune, part of your destiny, to go through this battle that you've had of having abundance and then losing something that was important to you, and then doing some reflection. What did you learn from that? And realizing that it's healing is not about winning, and that is when you come to that realization that you're here to have these experiences to learn about wholeness, to learn about the good and the bad. That's all part of your soul journey. So that is what I have for you with the Heaven and Earth reading. Now I would like to pull a card. Let's pull one of my astrology cards here from Moonology. What kind of energies are influencing my Taurus soulmates at this time? Looks like that one wants to come out. And we have, okay, Taurus, you are good enough. So again, a lot of this reading can be about, your soul wants you to understand you are good enough. And that is the message of healing. And that is what I have for you, Taurus. So I hope this was helpful. If this brought some value to you, I'm trying to help as many people as I can out there. I've been through a long journey myself. And so would love it if you would just take an extra second. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Share this with anyone that it can help. And definitely thank you for liking the channel as well. And I hope that you'll come back and join us again. I'm here to help you reunite with your soul so that your soul can get out there and play and really enjoy the process of being fully alive. So I'll see you guys on the next time.